Winter fun and programming is the second pillar of winter placemaking. This pillar introduces communities of all sizes who have embraced equitable programming, the lighter, quicker, cheaper movement, to the concept of making winter fun for people of all ages. In our winter placemaking guide, we challenge the idea that spending time outdoors, simply having fun in the elements, is reserved for kids. People of all ages, of all abilities, can enjoy winter outdoors with the support of age-inclusive and accessible programming. While many see winter as a time to hibernate and stay indoors, programming like Cape Cod's winter dining patios or Edmonton's winter picnicking can bring vibrancy to outdoor public life. These programs challenge the status quo that many communities adhere to in winter, where public spaces are shut down and not maintained until warmer weather. By adding heat lamps, blankets, providing fire pits in public spaces, winter dining and winter picnicking can bring the public life that exists in summer out in winter. Communities of all sizes can begin investing in winter fun and programming by simply reimagining public space. Winter placemaking is about layering programs, activities, and installations. Winter placemaking should have something for everyone to do. When it comes to planning fun programming and activities for people of all ages and all backgrounds amidst varying winter conditions, consider these tips. Repurpose existing spaces, rely on partners, and provide new amenities. Winterizing patios, opening golf courses for snowshoeing, and having bonfires are all great additions to public space. But the ability of community to enjoy these recreational opportunities for extended periods of time is dependent on access to washrooms. However, we know that winterizing public washrooms can be challenging and expensive. Portable toilets create challenges and expensive of their own as well. Communities of all sizes have begun to recognize the importance of amenities and placemaking. The town of New Vineyard, Maine has centered their mainly outdoors program around the public library. The library is both an amenity space that can provide bathrooms as well as access to a warming area, and has now been programmed to lend out snowshoes in addition to books. A library is generally an important community touchpoint and can be an integral partner in the placemaking process for communities of all sizes. Tip number 2, base fun on creating warmth through movement. Levels of enjoyment outdoors directly correspond with the levels of warmth in your fingers and your toes. Rather than creating a winter event where people stand around, another option is to make the activity based on movement and getting people's blood pumping. In Primrose, Alaska, the annual Luminary Ski lights up local trails at night by candle and LED lights, encouraging people to gather together and explore their community during a time they'd usually be indoors. Headlamps and hot drinks are also provided. Tip number 3, expand the definition of what winter culture can be. For newcomers in winter communities where hockey, skating, and skiing is part of the dominant culture, there's the assumption that to feel belonging is to embrace these sports and forsake hesitancies about winter. The equation of winter sports and belonging should be actively decoupled in winter communities in order to embrace the diversity of winter culture and make everyone feel welcome. Winter placemaking is more than skiing, skating, and snow. It's about reflecting the needs and desires of community in accessible, interactive, and fun public spaces amidst inclement weather. Tip number 4, barrier-free, affordable, and accessible winter programming should be a priority in all placemaking initiatives. Through the Loppet Foundation in Minneapolis, for example, youth of color were provided free, reoccurring cross-country skiing lessons in acknowledgement that winter culture and sports can be exclusive and cost prohibitive. Public libraries often play an important role in the provision of equitable recreational resources during winter. For example, in Lanark County, Ontario, the county has provided older adults with free boot grippers in order to support their navigation over ice and snow. And in Toronto, the Snow Loops program has created a low-barrier way for folks living in the surrounding high-rise communities to stay active outdoors during winter. The Snow Loops program transforms otherwise dormant public golf courses and turns them into spaces specifically designed for accessible recreational walking. This program also ensures that public bathrooms remain open to support longer outdoor adventure. Winter fun and programming is not restricted to snowshoeing, tobogganing. It can and should be about age-inclusive, interactive, and accessible fun that is representative of the community and based in equity. Check out the next 2 videos in this series to learn more about how to make winter life fun, accessible, and inclusive for all.